Hello everyone and welcome back. Today's video will be not about updates of Proxxon, it will be rather about the work on it. So I need to prepare for the next season with the RC racing, and I want to prepare several sets of parts for the clutch. So these parts that are over here on this engine, they stays on the car over here on the engine with the bell, and clutch is located over here. That engine could work when car stays, and then when you press the throttle, engine starts rotating faster and car starts moving. Here's the flywheel that are for these engines and located on the engine, and on the flywheel there's three parts like you see over here. And there is the original parts for exactly this flywheel, and I have several sets of non-original parts that I want to adapt for this flywheel and the springs from the original one, because these springs that I have here is not so good, so that they are too soft, so they should be a little bit stiffer. And now you will see what I need to do. And the difficulty here is that all three parts should be absolutely the same, so the position of the spring should be the same. Let's have a look on the difference between original and not original. So these are the original parts. And as you can see, the slot for the spring over here we have here, and on this part it's located over there. All other dimensions is pretty the same, and actually that spring on just different clutches quite often located like on this one. So that's just for different clutch system. But as I want to use them with these original springs, I will need to mill this kind of hole over here in absolutely the same direction and with the same angle as on this one parts. And then it should work. Let's go with this task. And as I mentioned, I will need to do that for all parts, or at least all the sets of the parts, in the same way, so that it's configurable afterwards, because the setting of this clutch is made with the springs, and you're just changing different types of the springs from soft to moderate to hard, and then you have different point where the clutch is catching the bell. A bit more explanation of what I decided to do. So this piece of aluminum will work for me as a base for the pad. So based on this pad, I will measure the angle, how pad should be located over here. And then I will mill like a straight line over here that I could fit the pad on the same height and on the same position all the time when I'm changing it, and then hold all together in the vise. So this piece and pad itself somewhere in the middle. This way I will know for sure that all the time when I'm changing the pieces on the milling machine, so I'm replacing the pad, I will have more or less the same angle without any kind of complex measurements. Before start doing anything, you always need to make sure that your vise is aligned properly. Otherwise, instead of 90 degrees, you will have some unknown angle. So mine looks like fine. I could start. Now I have two good bases here and here, and I could continue. So these two sides is actually not so important for me. So let's go. Now I know how I will do it. So I will locate the small pin somewhere over here in the top corner, in the top right corner. Also, I will mill entire part, like I think 6 millimeters deep or so, and I will do one screw from over here. On this part there is working sides. It's basically this hole and the side over here, so everything else is just 3 dimensions. So in this case I will know for sure that the angle is the same for all the parts, always. And actually I could do the initial tuning of this plate with original one part. I will do the milling first, and then I will continue with the pin and a screw for configuring this thing. Now I have all the milling done on this part. So that's the result. I'm pretty fine how my milling machine is working. It's super nice. Just a little bit of the burn. Okay, now it's good. And it's ready to go. So the pad will be located over here. So I will need just a pin over here and screw over here. I'll drill 2 holes now. Now I have this tool completely ready to go. How it goes? I'm getting one pin, place it over here, and I'm getting the pad, place it on the pin. So now I'm for sure know that the pad is not moving or almost not moving on the and located exactly at the position I'm expect. And the screw is not from over here. Nut I need because I need to make sure that the screw will be fixed in one position, so it's not moving anywhere. So something like this. And with moving this screw, I move the pad itself. Now when I place it into the vise, I know for sure that the pad is located in the same position always, and I just could mill over here to the size I want. For this task I will use this tiny mill, 1/2 millimeter. It's very small, but it's exactly what I need. It's made for 4 millimeter collets, so I could use my new collets that I bought that are with the high accuracy. Also, I made quite a lot of measurements over here, and now I know that from the top I need to go to the 4.8 millimeters deep from the top of this plate there into this slot, and I could easily reproduce what I have on this part to this one and 100 more. Let's have a look how it goes. So I'm inserting the part and I'm installing everything into the vise. Okay, it should work out. That's it, first one done. Now I need to repeat it many times, and I will have a lot of set of these pads. These are cheap pads from the AliExpress. They work pretty good. I'm already tested them. Only the point that I always need to fit them to the clutch I'm using. And that will be it with this video. So that's the kind of tools which you could make to repeat some process, or that will help you to repeat the process. See you next time. Take care.